I want to talk to you today about one of the most expensive fragrances in my collection, and together we're going to discuss if we think it's going to be worth the money. Now that fragrance is AMOUAGE Reflection 45. When I first tried AMOUAGE Reflection 45, I didn't think that much of it. I do own the original Reflection, and I think that is maybe why I didn't think much of it. I thought it was too similar to that, and not only that it was similar, I thought that it was maybe a bit too boring for the price. Reflection is a easygoing fragrance. The original Reflection is a very formal, a very clean, a very safe fragrance, one that you can wear to the office, one that you'd wear to a wedding, a formal event. And that's not a bad thing. That's just what the fragrance was designed for. Some fragrances are easy to wear than others, and Reflection is like that. So when I tried this, that was priced at around £400 for 100 ml. Yes, very expensive. I wasn't all that impressed. And I think the issue I had with it was that I own also Interlude 53, which is the other X-Straight collection, which is phenomenal. And I'll do a video about that another day. But that kind of disappointment I had with Reflection 45 didn't last long. And the more I've worn it, the more I've absolutely grown to love it. I think it is a phenomenal fragrance, and we are going to now discuss why I think that is. So for me, the main notes you're going to get in Reflection 45 are lavender in the opening, and that is going to be the strongest and most sort of prevalent note that's going to go through the whole life. And you've also got aromatic notes like clary sage. You've got juniper berry, so it's kind of got that aromatic touch. And I also get a lot of white florals from this. If you think something like jasmine, neroli, you've got iris. So it's got a really nice kind of white floral lavender touch. That is what I get with this. And those white florals, the neroli, the iris, make this very clean and very professional smelling. So it is similar to the original Reflection in that sense, but this is a lot deeper. It's a lot richer, and I think it's a lot more interesting. And I think the start of the show in this, and why it is so different to the original Reflection, is because of amber. It's very ambery in the base. You've got benzoin and you've got vanilla. The vanilla is not going to be very sweet or like ice cream vanilla or anything like that. It's not like that. It's just a bit of sweetness to balance everything out. I think if you didn't have the vanilla sweetness, this would be a bit too dry. And that vanilla and the benzoin just work perfect. So what fragrance is this similar to? What fragrance could I compare it to apart from the original Reflection? I've heard that some people have mentioned it's similar to JOOP HOMME. Don't know where that's come from. I don't get any, not even 1% of JOOP HOMME in this, not even a little bit. Also, I've heard Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male. I can understand where someone would say the resemblance comes from because of the lavender. Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male has a very prominent lavender note, but so do a lot of fragrances. This doesn't smell like Le Male. To me, Le Male is a lot sweeter and it's a lot spicier with the cardamom note. So it's not like that to me. It's not to my nose. I think this is more like Parfums de Marly's Pegasus, if anything at all. If it's like anything, it's more like Parfums de Marly's Pegasus than it is like Le Male and JOOP HOMME. I don't know who said that. Absolute rubbish. Okay, so Pegasus is also a very clean, a very bright, office-safe fragrance. It's got vanilla, but the vanilla is not that sweet, and you've got almond. But where I find this is similar to Pegasus is in the floral notes, the bright, the white floral notes that Pegasus has. Forgetting about what this fragrance is like and what it's not like, it's more like the original Reflection Man than anything, but it is a denser version. It's a much stronger, longer lasting version, as you would expect from Reflection 45. 45 is 45% perfume oils, and I just find it's a beautiful fragrance to wear. It's not anything that's going to be challenging as such. It's not a fragrance you would have to only wear to a certain occasion. You can wear it anywhere, which is great. Although for the price you pay, would you want to wear it to work? I don't know. For me, it's going to be a fragrance, a formal fragrance. I love iris-based fragrances to wear for formal occasions. This is no different. And this is going to be a a fragrance people will smell on you and they will know that it's expensive, if that makes sense. It does smell very expensive, doesn't smell generic, doesn't smell like a designer fragrance. It smells luxury, it smells high quality, and because of those 45% perfume oils, it will last a long time. The projection is not massive, at least not on my skin, but probably because the alcohol content is so low compared to regular fragrances. But you'll get a very nice shine on your hand, an oil shine, and it will last a long time. Back to the question at the start of the video, is it worth the price? I think when you're comparing fragrances and the price, I think it can be quite subjective, what you're willing to pay. Everyone's financial situation is different. Everyone's spare change is different. What you're willing to spend on fragrances every month, every year, how much you love a fragrance, for example. I'd always recommend trying before you buy, especially with these expensive fragrances. We sell samples on visionaryfragrances.com. That's what the site is designed for, so you can try these fragrances before you buy them. Don't blind buy this. It's not worth the risk. The risk versus reward is not worth it. So is it worth the money? To me, I would like to see it priced a little bit cheaper, to be honest. I think that any fragrance that is going to be close to £400 for 100ml, I really start to question what is going into that fragrance to make it worth that. It is a beautiful fragrance, lovely creation. I can understand the perfumer's experience and how long this fragrance may have taken to make. I understand that, but it is very expensive. I'd perhaps like to see it priced more around the £300. I think that's going to be more fair. So as I say, it's a subjective view when you look at, is a fragrance worth it? It's really how much you've got to spend and if you like it. But in my personal opinion, whilst I do think this is an amazing fragrance, I would like to see it priced maybe 25% cheaper. Well, that is my review of AMOUAGE Reflection 45. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you get something from this review. Let me know in the comments if you've tried it or if you are excited to try this AMOUAGE. See you soon.